See, there's a so-called healthy food that millions consume daily, often first thing in the morning, thinking they're making a smart, clean choice. But in reality, it's quietly aging you from the inside out, damaging collagen, disrupting hydration levels, and triggering cellular inflammation that speeds up wrinkles, dullness, and even hormonal imbalances. Most people have no idea because this food wears a perfect disguise. It's marketed as pure, natural, and even essential to wellness. But here's the twist. It's not just about your skin looking older. The damage goes deeper into your connective tissue, your gut lining, even your brain. And yet, you're told to drink it, eat it, trust it, every single day. Think about it. Have you ever wondered why, despite the expensive skincare, the collagen powders, and the 12-step beauty routines, your skin still feels tired, puffy in the morning, dry around the eyes? That's not age, that's a reaction. And it might be your body screaming for help. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on a food that's quietly eroding your glow and replacing it with real science-backed strategies that nourish your skin at the cellular level. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, why does my skin look older than I feel? You need to stay. This is where it starts. If you're serious about reversing the signs of aging naturally and uncovering the foods that actually support radiant skin, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. We're about to expose the truth no one's telling you. Let's start with what seems innocent, because that's exactly how it hides. We're talking about a food that's often labeled wholesome, organic, and light, but in truth, it wreaks havoc on your skin's ability to regenerate and protect itself. What is it? Skim milk. Yes, the low-fat version of milk that was pushed for decades as the healthier alternative, but the science now says otherwise. When milk is stripped of its fat, it becomes an imbalanced cocktail of bioactive compounds, insulin-spiking sugars, and growth hormones, especially if it's not organic. And those hormones? They're not just bad for your gut or your weight. They directly stimulate oil production in your skin and throw your natural hormone cycle off track. The result? Cystic breakouts, inflammation, and a rapid breakdown of the collagen matrix that keeps your skin firm and lifted. Dermatologists have noted a direct link between skim milk and acne in adults over 40, not just teens. And it gets worse. The process of removing fat from milk also strips away essential fat-soluble vitamins like A and D, both crucial for skin elasticity, cellular repair, and moisture retention. So, while you're sipping on that clean beverage, thinking you're doing your body a favor, your skin is being deprived of the nutrients it desperately needs. And here's the kicker. This doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in. One day your skin just starts looking tired. Then the texture changes. Then your eyes look more sunken and you chalk it up to age. But it wasn't age. It was a daily, silent sabotage. And the beauty industry? They're not going to tell you, because your confusion sells their solutions. But here, we're breaking the cycle. And now, we'll look at another food hiding behind a health halo that might be silently cooking your skin from the inside out. Literally. Now, brace yourself, because this one's going to sting. It's olive oil. Or rather, how you're probably using it. Wait, isn't olive oil one of the healthiest fats on the planet? Yes, but only when it's raw and cold-pressed. The problem begins when you heat it. Olive oil has a low smoke point, around 375 degrees, 190 degrees. When you go above that, like during pan-frying or sautéing, it begins to break down. This process creates harmful compounds called lipid peroxides and aldehydes, both of which accelerate oxidative stress in the body. And oxidative stress? That's one of the leading causes of cellular aging. It damages DNA, shortens telomeres, and breaks down skin collagen like an acid dripping on silk. What's worse? These toxic compounds don't just vanish. They linger in your body, in your fat cells, even in your brain tissue. So while you may think you're cooking with a heart-healthy oil, you're actually flooding your body with aging agents every single day. And here's where it gets even more deceptive. Most people don't even realize they're overheating it. A few minutes on medium-high heat is enough to cause irreversible damage. You smell that slight bitterness? That's not flavor, it's cellular sabotage. And yes, it affects your skin. Ever wondered why your complexion looks duller despite eating healthy? This might be the hidden culprit. Now, the fix isn't to throw out olive oil altogether. It's to use it the right way, raw, on salads, after cooking, or in dressings. But what matters most here is awareness. Because sometimes it's not what you eat, it's how you prepare it. In the now, we'll go deeper into a superfood people blend into their smoothies every morning, not knowing it might be the very thing accelerating their cognitive decline. This next one hurts even more, because it's a food you probably associate with gut health, weight loss, and even clearer skin: flavored low-fat yogurt. Sounds innocent, right? But behind that shiny label lies a cocktail of hidden sugars, synthetic additives, and artificial flavors that do the exact opposite of what the packaging promises. Most people don't realize that a single serving of flavored yogurt can contain more sugar than a glazed donut. And it's not just about calories. This sugar spike wreaks havoc on your insulin levels, triggering chronic inflammation, which, again, is a direct driver of aging. But it doesn't stop there. Those fruity flavors? They're usually made with synthetic compounds, like acetaldehyde and ethyl butyrate, that are created in labs to taste like strawberries or peaches. These chemicals may be approved for consumption, but repeated exposure can lead to hormonal disruption, microbiome imbalance, and even mitochondrial dysfunction, essentially choking the powerhouses of your cells. Oh, and remember the low-fat part? That's another trap. When fat is removed, food companies add more sugar and thickeners to make it taste good. The result? A product that spikes your blood sugar, disrupts your gut flora, and leaves your body more inflamed and exhausted than before. Over time, this daily habit can contribute to accelerated skin aging, loss of muscle tone, and even mental fog. So if you've been faithfully starting your mornings with a tiny tub of healthy yogurt, it's time to check the label. And fast. You might be building wrinkles and brain fog, one bite at a time. And in the next part, we'll uncover a so-called natural sweetener that's hiding in health bars, cereals, and diet drinks, while silently aging you from the inside out. Let's shift to something that might seem too simple to matter: hydration. But not just chugging a glass of water while scrolling your phone. We're talking about intentional hydration, done the right way, within the first 10 minutes of waking up. Your body, after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, is essentially in a mild state of dehydration. That dryness affects every system: your skin, your brain, your joints, and yes, your cells. The first thing you consume signals how your body will operate for the rest of the day. Drinking 500 ml of room temperature water with a pinch of Himalayan salt and half a lemon might sound like some social media trend, but the science behind it is surprisingly solid. The lemon supplies vitamin C and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that help fight oxidative stress. The salt replenishes trace minerals that your body needs after a night of cleansing and repair. Together, they rehydrate your cells more effectively than plain water and jumpstart your metabolism, support liver detox, and even improve your skin tone. But here's what most people miss. Cellular hydration isn't just about drinking fluids. It's about absorption. And unless your body gets the right electrolyte balance, much of that water you drink is simply flushed out. That's why athletes and biohackers alike obsess over mineral ratios. So when you start your day with this simple ritual, you're not just quenching thirst. You're actually signaling your body to reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and optimize mitochondrial function. those tiny powerhouses inside your cells that literally fuel everything. And when your mitochondria work efficiently, aging slows down. Wrinkles fade slower. Energy lasts longer. Focus sharpens. All from a habit that takes less than 2 minutes and costs almost nothing. Next comes a habit that's hiding in plain sight. And yet, when done correctly, it works like a natural dose of anti-aging medicine. Cold exposure. Not ice baths, not extreme cryotherapy chambers, but something so basic it's often overlooked. Ending your morning shower with 30 seconds of cold water. It sounds uncomfortable, even ridiculous, but studies have shown that brief cold exposure increases the production of brown adipose tissue, a special kind of fat that burns energy instead of storing it. That's right. A short blast of cold water in the morning activates your metabolism, improves insulin sensitivity, and helps flush out cellular waste. But it doesn't stop there. When your skin is exposed to cold, blood vessels constrict. And then, when the body warms up again, they expand. This process, called vasoconstriction and vasodilation, strengthens blood circulation and brings fresh oxygen to your skin and muscles. Think of it as a mini workout for your blood vessels. And what does better circulation mean? More nutrient delivery, more waste removal, faster skin repair, sharper brain function, even improved mood, because cold showers increase dopamine levels, creating a mild but lasting feeling of alertness and optimism. In fact, one study found that people who took cold showers reported less fatigue and better focus during the day, both key indicators of biological vitality. And here's something fascinating. Repeated cold exposure has been linked to increased mitochondrial density. That means your body literally builds more engines to power your cells, helping them resist aging at the root level. You won't notice the effects in a day, or even a week, but over time, this habit could be one of the simplest, cheapest tools in your arsenal to reverse the subtle, silent processes of aging. All it takes is a choice to embrace the discomfort for 30 seconds and trade it for long-term energy, resilience, and cellular strength. Now let's talk about something even simpler, but just as overlooked. Sunlight. Not tanning, not burning, and definitely not endless hours in the sun. We're talking about 10 to 15 minutes of early morning sunlight on your skin and eyes. Why? Because this one habit can reset your circadian rhythm, regulate your cortisol levels, and, get this, kickstart your body's production of collagen. That's right, collagen, the very protein responsible for youthful skin, strong joints, and a sharp brain. When morning sunlight enters your eyes, without sunglasses through indirect light, it signals to your brain that the day has begun. In turn, your brain tells the rest of your body to adjust hormone levels, lowering melatonin, increasing serotonin, and syncing your biological clock. That hormonal balance controls not just your mood and sleep, but also how your cells regenerate, repair, and age. At the same time, your skin begins synthesizing vitamin D, which is absolutely critical for immune function, bone health, and cellular repair. But here's where it gets fascinating. Vitamin D also activates a group of genes that protect your DNA from damage. That means a morning walk in the sunlight, just 10 minutes, could be repairing the microscopic wear and tear happening in your cells right now. And there's more. Sunlight stimulates nitric oxide release in your skin, which helps dilate blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and improve blood flow to organs and brain tissue. This isn't theory. It's been observed in clinical studies. People who receive regular, controlled morning sun exposure report better sleep, less anxiety, improved skin tone, and even reduced signs of biological aging on a genetic level. Of course, overexposure to UV rays is harmful. But 10 minutes in the early sun? That's a gift we've forgotten how to receive. So before you reach for a pill or a serum or a new supplement, maybe what your body really needs is to step outside, breathe in the morning air, and let nature reset your internal clock. Let's move from light to darkness. Specifically, the kind of darkness you need at night to actually benefit from everything you've done during the day. Because here's a harsh truth. You could eat clean, meditate, take supplements, and exercise. But if your sleep is broken, your body continues to age prematurely. See? Nighttime isn't just rest. It's when your brain washes itself, literally, through a process called the glymphatic system, clearing out toxins that build up throughout the day. And this process can only happen in deep, uninterrupted sleep. That means scrolling your phone under blue light at 11 p.m.? That's not just a bad habit. It's sabotaging your brain's ability to rejuvenate. And it's not just the brain. Sleep is when your body produces human growth hormone, HGH, which fuels tissue repair, maintains lean muscle, and even boosts skin regeneration. But here's the catch. Your body doesn't release HGH properly unless it senses total darkness and a stable circadian rhythm. Just 1 hour of artificial light can suppress melatonin production by over 50%. And when melatonin drops, not only does your sleep suffer, but your immune system weakens and your cellular repair slows dramatically. Aging isn't always about what you do. It's often about what you interrupt. And poor sleep is the #1 interruption of the body's healing mechanisms. Want to look younger without spending a dime? Try no screens 90 minutes before bed, wear blue light blocking glasses after sunset, and keep your bedroom as dark as possible. If you can't, use a sleep mask. Keep the room cool, around 65 degrees, and minimize noise. It's boring advice, but here's the reality. The people who age the slowest aren't doing extraordinary things. They're mastering the basics and defending their sleep like their life depends on it. Because it does. Aging starts when deep sleep ends. The real anti-aging elixir? It begins when your eyes close, not when your next cream arrives in the mail. Now, let's talk about the one thing almost no one includes in their anti-aging plan. Yet it might be the most powerful. Oxygen. Not supplements, not creams, not even food. Just oxygen. But not the kind you mindlessly breathe in every day. We're talking about deliberate, cellular-level oxygenation through controlled breathing. Because here's the truth. Most people, especially past 50, are shallow breathers. They inhale just enough to stay awake, but not enough to nourish their cells. And without oxygen, your mitochondria, the literal engines of your cells, begin to shut down. That's when fatigue sets in, memory blurs, and skin loses its glow. Now imagine this. Just 10 minutes a day of box breathing, or deep diaphragmatic breathing, can dramatically increase oxygen delivery to your brain and muscles. In fact, studies show that consistent breath work can reduce cortisol, boost energy, improve focus, and even increase telomerase activity, the enzyme that protects your DNA from fraying. You heard that right. Your DNA ages slower when you breathe better. And here's the kicker. Your body can't regenerate under stress. Shallow breathing keeps your nervous system in fight or flight, but deep, rhythmic breathing flips the switch to rest and repair. That's where real anti-aging happens. Not in a spa, but right inside your lungs. Your DNA ages slower when you breathe better. And here's the kicker. Your body can't regenerate under stress. Shallow breathing keeps your nervous system in fight or flight, but deep, rhythmic breathing flips the switch to rest and repair. That's where real anti-aging happens. Not in a spa, but right inside your lungs. Try it. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly for 4. Hold again for 4. Repeat. It's called box breathing, and elite athletes, Navy SEALs, and longevity researchers all swear by it. The best part? It's free, it's safe, and it works. You don't need another product. You need to breathe like your life depends on it. Because the truth is, it does. Cellular energy is oxygen dependent, and your future self is begging you to slow down, breathe deeper, and give your cells a fighting chance. At the end of the day, aging isn't just about years, it's about choices. And the smallest daily habits? They whisper into your DNA. You don't need perfection. Just a few minutes every morning for yourself. Breathe, move, nourish, repeat. Your future self is already thanking you.